Hello everybody. Today we are going to do the sun salutation. So this is a way that we can say hello to the sun. And in the winter months, sometimes the sun is in hiding a lot. Today we have the sun shining, which is lovely. But it's just a way for us to try to connect with the sun, with the warmth. We can use our imagination as always. So we're going to do the sun salutation a few rounds, and you'll start to get the hang of it to the point where maybe you won't even need my help to do it. You can wake up in the morning and do 3 sun salutations, 5 sun salutations before bed. It's a great way to move the body so you can feel relaxed when you go to bed at night. So the first thing we're going to do is just a little bit of a warm up, and it's going to involve other parts of the sky. So we're going to stand on our mats or on the floor or wherever you are, on a carpet maybe. We're going to start by spreading our feet a little wider and making ourselves into a big star shape. Some of you maybe remember this one. We're making ourselves into a big star. And then from there, we're going to bring our hands together and feet together, and we'll make a crescent moon shape. So we make our crescent moon to one side, and then a crescent moon to the other side, and then a big star. So we'll do that again. Hands together, feet together, moon, and then the moon, maybe a little further. See how your body's doing. And then a star. Do that again. Hands together, feet together. Make your moon shape, big stretch to your side. And then the moon to the other side. And then a big star. All right, let's bring our hands back together and our feet back together. And then glide your hands to your heart. So when we do the sun salutation, there's a few parts of the puzzle. The first part is mountain pose, which we learned. We learned mountain pose with our feet a little bit apart, our hands by our sides. There's different ways to do mountain. So for our sun salutation, we're going to do it with our hands together at our heart. And you can keep your feet a little spaced. If you like, you can bring them closer together. You get to choose. Now the next step is we get to tickle the sun. So we're going to reach our arms as high as we can and start to wiggle your fingers around and imagine like you're trying to reach for the sun. We aren't actually tickling it, but we are trying our best. So after tickling the sun, we're going to go a little slow this first round. We're going to tickle our toes. And if you can't reach your toes because you have nice long legs, then you can bend your knees to get there, okay? You want to feel a bit of a stretch in the back of your legs, so you can maybe straighten them once you've done it a few more rounds. So after tickling our toes, this is where we get to have some fun. We plant our hands, and we're going to jump into something called plank pose. We'll do it slower the first round. So we'll step one foot back and the other foot back. So I'm going to show you from the side what this one looks like. If you've ever seen a pirate ship and a plank on a pirate ship, it's straight as a board like this. So we're not quite doing the snake, and we're not quite doing the dog. We're right in the middle. So you try to find a nice strong plank. So for plank, we tap our knees to the floor and we lower all the way to the belly. Now we're going to do a little baby cobra. So this is where we just lift our heart up off of the mat. This is your heart, right? So this is coming just off of the mat. We don't need to go any higher, and we don't want to use our hands for the baby cobra. It's just the muscles in our back that are getting stronger here. After we've done the baby cobra, we're going to come into the bigger cobra. This is where we get to push into our hands. Elbows aren't out here. They're nice and close to your body. We're going to rise up, 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 and then we're going to come down, down, down. Now the next move is downward facing dog. Some of you might know this one already. So we're going to get our hips up and high, and we make an upside down V shape with our bodies. I'll show you again from the side here. Kind of looks like this. It's going to be a little harder if you're in socks on the floor. You might slip a little. That's all right. We take a couple breaths in our downward dog. Especially the first time. We want to take our time here. One more big breath. And then give a little bend of your knees. Look at your hands. We're going to try to hop forward towards our hands. 1, 2, 3, hop. And the next place we go is back to tickling the sun. So reach up high, tickle, 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 and hands at your heart. And that's the sun salutation. I'm going to do it 2 more times with you, all right? So ready? Hands at your heart. Let's just take a breath before we start. Breathe in through the nose, out of the mouth. Tickle the sun. Tickle your toes. Hands on the floor and plank. Lower your knees, Lower all the way to your belly. Little baby cobra. You can even make a little tss. And then we grow into our bigger cobra. Make sure your back is okay. We come up slowly and we lower back down. Then we push through our hands and our knees into downward facing dog. And we breathe. Then we breathe. Then little bend of the knees. We're gonna get ready to hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Ready to tickle the sun again? Reach up high. Tickle the sun, big stretch. Hands at your heart. Okay, one more time together. You might be getting the hang of it. So maybe the first couple rounds you had to take a peek to look at me. So now maybe you can start to do it a little more on your own. See where you're at. Ready? Take a breath. Tickle the sun. Tickle your toes. Hands on the floor and plank. Lower your knees. Lower to your belly. Little baby cobra. Big cobra. Lower back down. And downward facing dog. You can even do a little breath like a dog, panting. And then little bend of your knees. We're gonna hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Tickle the sun. Hands at your heart. Let's take another breath now that we've finished. And we can take a seat. It's always a nice way to stop and just see how we're doing. And place one hand on your heart and ask, how do I feel right now? I can feel my heart beating a little. We weren't running a big race, but we were definitely moving. Definitely take care of our bodies and our hearts. Take another big breath together. And then we can put our hands at our heart. And we can say that word that means thank you. Namaste. So I thank you all for joining me. And please feel free to message with any questions or any requests of videos. And I'd love it to hear about how it goes you doing the sun salutation on your own. So let me know if it's something that can become a part of your day. And I'm going to try to make it a part of mine as well. All right, we'll see you soon.